Acrobat 11 makes it quite easy to create a PDF from a website or web page. This can be useful in cases where you want to view a web page while you're traveling and don't have access to the internet, or maybe you want to show a web page within another document. Let me show you how this feature works. So I'm beginning this video with Acrobat already open on my screen, and if we go to the File menu, under the Create menu, we have an option for Create PDF from Web Page. So if I choose that option, you'll see that I have a dialog box that allows me to define the website that I want to grab. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick a website that is somewhat small just so we can see how this works. So I'm going to type the name of this URL. And what we're going to do then is take a look at some of these options. So if I click on the settings, you'll see that the conversion settings, it's going to use a file type of HTML. Now you can choose a text or HTML, and you can choose additional settings here as far as the encoding and the language and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, and we're going to come down here for PDF settings. We can let it create bookmarks for us, also place headers and footers on a new page. I'm actually going to uncheck that because I really don't want that inside of my PDF. And then in the page layout category, we can choose what size document we want to use. So we can choose the dimensions, the margins, whether we want portrait or landscape orientation. And then down here, we could tell it to scale wide contents to fit the page. And we can even tell it to switch to landscape if it's scaled smaller than, in this case, it's 70%. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to click on this button here because this allows me to choose how much of the website we're going to grab. Now, if I choose Get Entire Website, you want to use this with a little bit of caution because if I were to do this to a big website, I'm going to be waiting a very long time, and more than likely Acrobat is going to crash on that operation. So you really want to be careful. What I usually do is I'll choose to get only one level. And what that essentially is doing is when I choose that, I also have these two options to stay on the same path, and that downloads only web pages that are subordinate to this URL up here. And if I choose stay on same server, then it only downloads web pages stored on the same server as this server up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and increase this to 2 levels, and I'm going to click the Create button. And what it's going to do is going to go onto the internet. It's going to grab all of the content from this particular website that I specified. And when it's all finished, you're going to notice that the PDF is going to open in the background. You can see that it's still grabbing some content and adding it to the PDF as I'm working. You can see over here, it just added another bookmark. And that's one of the nice features about this operation is that you can continue to work on this file. You can look at it and see what's happening while the download is occurring. So now it's all finished downloading, and you can see I can use these bookmarks to go to the different pages. There's the first page, there's the next one, and here's the other one as well. So you can really get a good idea of what this is going to look like. I can still read the content. I can even have active links within this PDF. Now for these active links, you would in fact need an active internet connection. But it's a really good choice for being able to just kind of peruse the web page and get an idea of what's on that site. As you can see, it's pretty easy to create a PDF from a web page. Use a little caution when defining how much of a website you'll be capturing, as you could end up with a pretty big file and a lot of waiting as well.